Hello and welcome to Versus Live. I'm Ross Merriam.
And I'm Corey Baumeister.
And we've got Rob in the booth. Say hi, Rob.
Hi, Rob.
Rob will be taking all of your questions, comments, concerns, and burns in the chat. Make sure to tag at Star City Games so he can see them and send his favorites over to us. It is preview season for Core 21.
Woo!
Not Corey 21.
No.
Yeah, that would be a
that's
much
next
worse.
year. That's next year.
You're only 20 years old?
Well, no, year 2021.
What would an only Corey set be? Just all Yorians?
It would be a lot of Yorians, a lot of copycats, you know. I mean,
all things that can blink each other.
Yes.
You would just break Moto anytime you tried to grab the set.
Yeah. Arena and Moto would just 100% be stuck in loops, and Standard would be a nightmare, but I'd be having fun.
This Corey streaming like, this is great. You're just just literally clicking, blinking things. The game's never gonna end.
Exactly.
I love this.
This is my favorite thing to do, is to blink stuff anyways. So yeah, that would be satisfying for me.
Just the
Yeah, how about we just play M21 previews? That's probably better than Corey 21. Yeah. So we're continuing our exploration here. We're probably 100 cards in when we got into this. One of the big cards we didn't get to see when we were building decks is the new Garrick, something we definitely would have tried to build around. That was a couple hours after we submitted. But we still got 6 really cool decks, including just a spicy finals match that we got planned out.
The third match is a spicy meatball.
Yeah, it's a delight. It's a delight. Will it be in your tier 1 metagame? Maybe. Probably not.
There is one person in the world I know hoping it will be.
Oh, yeah. Is it Kyle?
It may be Director Kyle.
Maybe Director Kyle, yeah. All right, but what are we going to start with?
I am going to be playing Mono Black Devotion, a deck that saw some play during Theros Beyond Death, sort of the first week, I would say.
Yeah, until people realized Elspeth Conquers Death was going to be everywhere, and then they're like, oh, I have to put this deck. That is really what it seemed like to me, But
it is it's a powerful deck, has some cool synergies, and there's some new additions to it that powered up. One is Veto Thorn, which just sort of doubles the damage that Grey Merchant is doing. And also turns the Cat Oven combo into a pretty significant clock.
Yeah,
they're taking 2 a turn now instead of 1.
And it makes Grey Merchant just double fireball to the face, essentially. If you got 6 devotion with both of those out, you're taking 12.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ayara also, increases the damage output there.
Yep.
So a lot of synergy with Veto here, and then also playing some copies of Grim Tutor.
Yep.
Grim Tutor, helps you set up all these synergies, finds extra copies of Grey Merchant, finds a Veto if you need it. I'm also playing 1 copy of Nyx Lotus. In case I want to turn 3 Grim Tutor for that and start ramping on turn 4. I'm also playing 1 copy of Bolus of Citadel at the top end that you can tutor for. So a few different tutor targets, but in general, just trying to make sure that I find the pieces that I need. And the life loss, obviously, well mitigated by Grey Merchant.
Okay, I like it. And I'm going to be playing Jund Sacrifice. One card we didn't get to play with too much was Village Rites, because that was what got spoiled right as we were doing the show, I believe, on Tuesday. But I think Village Rite with Cat Oven combo, or just with Cat in general, where you already generate enough food with Goose or Trail of Crumbs or something like that, just getting that free draw 2 cards, I think is going to be really good, as well as having that extra sack outlet whenever I claim the firstborn creatures. So that's really the only change we have from this, as well as some spicy new sideboard cards here. But other than that, this is Jund Food, and it's definitely not going to go anywhere. But we'll see if this particular card and kind of strategy is good in the deck, because I'm unsure, but it seems like a powerful effect at 1 mana. Like you said before, at 2 mana, this card was unplayable, but I think 1 and instant speed adds a little bit of a different element.
One is such a huge difference from 2. I know it doesn't feel like it. See, you're like, oh, the difference is only 1, but it really is a huge, the difference between 2
It's really huge when whatever you're paying for doesn't affect the board, because you just cannot afford to pay 2 and not only not affect the board, but actually hurt your own board. I mean, so I think it has to be 1 to be playable, and I think there's still a chance that it's just not. Well, we're gonna find out.
Let's see.
All right, I was the M21 champ so far, so up to you to go for redemption here.
Let's see how that goes.
We will. All right, Mr. Ross Merriam, how's your hand?
It is excellent.
Mine is medium, but I'm gonna keep.
Swamp, Cauldron Familiar.
Okay.
Drain you for 1.
Oh, we're going to have a good life total battle for Rob here, huh? Rob, it's a cat mirror. Are you excited?
As long as you announce life totals, I'll be excited.
Okay. Let's not. Your go.
Okay, castle. Attack you.
All right.
Life totals have changed.
Life totals have changed.
They're different than they were.
Yep.
Got that, Rob?
You good, Rob?
No. It's Corey's at 1 and you're at what?
I agree. Corey's at 1. So, Cat, you're dead, or...
Got it. I thought he was robbed. I didn't know I was getting robbed today, but sure.
Everyone's getting robbed. So you're at 17, I'm at 22?
17 and 22, yep.
Okay, pass the turn.
All right. Untap. Not a bad draw. Let's go with Priest of the Forgotten Gods, and I'll pass to you.
16 to 23.
Okay. 16, 23. I'm scared. That's a good start. Cat oven. Not what I want to see.
Let's swift end the priest. I'll go to 21 and then attack you for 2.
14.
You can go.
All right. Let's go with a Woe Strutter. Pass to you.
13 to 22.
Okay. I'm going to run out of pieces of paper.
Yeah, that's going to be the worst part of this match is Corey's going to go through 3 life pads.
Oh, yeah. I got big handwriting. What can I say?
Overgrown Tomb, Castle Lochthwain, Swamp.
That's my mana base.
How many cards you got?
I have 5.
It's a lot.
There's a lot.
It's more than I'd like you to have.
What do you got? 2? That's not that many.
You know? Almost seems unfair. Yeah, I think I just need to play some beatdowns, so I'll swift on that, go to 20.
Okay.
Attack for 2.
I will go to 11.
Okay, 20 to 11, pass the turn.
All right.
Okay, if you have Mayhem Devil, you don't have a sack outlet for it, and it's not even that great.
All right, I'm going to get red. I'm going to play Mayhem Devil.
So, Corey, you may appreciate this terrible pun. But
perfect.
Anderson was in chat saying it's Priest of the Forgotten Robs. Am I right?
Yes.
I gave him an F for that one, but
hey, perfect. F is average in my book, so I'm in. All right, and then a goose. Get a food. Pass to you. All right.
10 to 21.
All right. As long as you don't start doing some gray merchant stuff, we should be okay.
Exile a card from your hand, please.
Okay. I think I want to get rid of this. Yeah, let's get rid of the oven. No cat to pair it with. Oh, gotcha. All right, let's go with sack this for black. Deal 1 here.
did we forget a devil trigger on Ross's sacrifice?
Oh, did you?
Oh, pretend I responded to that.
Okay.
That's what happened, chat.
First mistake ever.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Would you like to sacrifice that? Forget that happens, and then as you immediately do it again,
Well,
as you're currently doing it.
Now there is nothing to avoid.
Yeah.
Why is this card phrased that way? You have 2 in hand,
I have 2. Yep.
one of which is a draw 2.
How do you know?
It seemed like you had a playtest card in your hand because it's a little thicker than the other card.
Wow, that's cheating.
Using all the information available to me.
Ah, no kidding.
I've been doing verses for a long time, Corey.
What a gamer here, huh? What a gamer. Been doing verses a long time here as I may play mistakes.
I didn't say I was good at it. I've been doing it for a while.
You have 1 damage on the stack of this Fen Lurker. What are you doing?
Yeah, I'll sack it. You get a trigger.
Okay.
I've got a food.
You got a food.
Where is it?
Chris Bruns. All right. With that mana, Bolus's Citadel.
And you're at 10?
I'm at 10. So I can't get 2 Cray. Well, that's free. All right. Even that one out.
I'm at 20.
Yep. Do I want to play that? How froggy can I get? Gray Merchant doesn't really do it right now. Okay. I'll go to 7.
In response to that,
Okay.
I will sack to return this Cauldron Familiar. So you go to 6, I go to 21.
Yep.
You can go. You can continue.
Or keep that one, and I'll attack.
I'm at 18.
Your go. 18 to 6. All right. Checks out. Draw. Play land. Now, Now comes the tricky part. Let's go with I gotta double read this. You may exile it if you do. So it doesn't work that great with Cat, that's for sure.
Correct.
All right, I'm going to go with Village Rites, Sack Cat, 2 triggers at Shepherd.
Sure.
1, 2. Claim the cat.
Gonna play another Village Rites here?
I don't know. Do I have playtest cards?
It's 6 right now.
6 life points.
Why would you claim this unless you had some way to sacrifice it? I don't think there's really any reason.
Corey, did you play
so.
2 lands this turn by accident?
No, I don't think
Chat
so.
seems to think you did.
No, because
I
last
haven't played
turn.
them on.
you
How would
played-
I cast Bolus's Citadel, chat? Huh?
Yeah.
Just making sure.
Take
If
that, chat.
is your real name.
Yeah. If you're even Twitch chat.
Can be chatted on anything. Can be any kind of chat.
They're the best chat, though.
Yeah, I pulled that one from AOL Instant Messenger, actually. So.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
Like what's the word I'm trying to think of? What was like the common chat room in the late 90s? That's what I'm trying to think of, and I can't.
MSN
IRC
Messenger.
chat? I don't know.
I don't know.
Is that resolving?
I think Corey has some way to sacrifice it, because that's the only reason for him to cast this claim. And if you do, then you're going to be able to deal with the Shepherd anyway, so I might as well get my drain. So I will sacrifice.
All right.
This
So
dies.
2 to there. You're getting a food. You can exile it if you want to.
The Cauldron Familiar?
Yeah, to.
Oh, and I have another Cauldron Familiar in the graveyard?
Yeah.
Yeah, so why don't I do that?
Okay, so you get a copy of. Guessing we do not have a copy here. Yeah, that's fine. Just take it out of the sleeve.
So
There should be some markers there that mark them as 1/1 Nightmare tokens.
Although, with
Oh, okay. There you go. 1/1 Nightmare tokens.
with the Nightmare Shepherd trigger on the stack, I should do this sacrifice, though.
Yeah, probably.
So that you can't kill this. So we'll do that. So I'm going to take 2,
Yep.
and then I'm going to gain 2. So I'm going to stay at 18, and you're going to take 2 to 14?
Or to 4. Yeah. Okay.
No teen.
No teen. All right. Then I'm going to continue. start by playing another land. I'm going to play an oven. And I'll sack the goat, deal 1 to each of these, get a food. And then I will give the beatdowns.
So I'm at 12.
And your go. Mayhem Devil is just insane. Just an insane Magic card.
Indeed, it is. Probably got a little hasty with my second Swift End. Though, like one Mayhem Devil and the whatchamacallit would have been good too.
Yeah, yep.
And now with the food engine, with the goose, does not look good.
Yeah, I think you're actually just dead on board. With Wolf Strider coming back.
Well, we can deal with the Woe Strider.
Okay.
And I think I have to because you can bring it back. So I will play a Timuret. I know exile Cauldron Familiar. I guess. Oh, you get to bring. You even have the food already.
Yep.
So
I'm gonna respond.
Yeah,
to that
you're gonna respond to the Timuret. I think I'm still just very dead.
Probably. I'm gonna sack 2 to you.
Yeah. So I'm gonna end up at 9. You're at 5.
Yep. And then that resolves.
And I have to act first because you can just cast the Woe Strider.
Yep.
So I'll exile that and the Priest.
Okay.
So
and you gain 2, right?
Yeah, it brings me to 11.
Okay.
And then I'll pass the turn.
All right, make a crisper own. One, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, I'll go to 3. I'm going to attack. Attack with these.
I'm just dead.
Yeah.
No matter what.
Too.
No matter what I block, Corey has so many sacrifices between the oven, the Cauldron Familiar, and making food.
Yeah, and pretty likely I can actually just get to 10 permanents too to hit you for, 30, 40.
Yeah.
Actually, 40 damage if I would have got that into play. Because my whole play there is if you block this, I sack, gain 1, so I go to 4, be able to play this, and then got you.
Yeah, I had the Gray Merchant. I was stuck on 4, but I don't think there was actually ever a turn where it was lethal.
Where it was lethal. No, I made sure that I was covered on that.
Yeah.
Because that is the only way that you're going to cheese me out. I mean, right at the beginning, it just looked like that was your game to lose because you started off just so great with double cat oven. But then once I can just start putting 3/3 bodies in front of it, you don't have that staying power where you go way over the top with Bolts of Citadel or Mayhem Devil or something like that. So you just actually have to do what you did, kill a Woe Strider, which is not what you want to do to try to keep pushing through damage.
Yeah.
And I mean, then you did make my Bolts of Citadel worse, but it was just good enough. And, like a cat off the top was excellent. And got a little lucky on that avenue, but that's going to do it for game number 1. We are going to head to the sideboard, or
let's.
Do you want to do 2? Okay.
Yeah,
okay. We'll do 2 pre. Yeah.
Ignore that, chat.
Ignore that. We can edit that, right?
Yeah.
Too bad we're already in the break.
Oh, excellent. How about we take some questions though, Rob?
Yeah. So Robert F95 wants to know, do you think that there are any cards that are getting previewed for Core 21 that will gain post-rotation, but we might not see play until then?
Yeah.
A lot of them.
Yeah. I do think a lot of them. I think cards like the Liliana and stuff, I don't think we're going to see play
almost
until
every
it rotates.
Planeswalker that we've seen.
Yeah. Every Planeswalker, there's just better ones going on right now. Like Chandra maybe is just bad and it's not going to see play because for 5 mana, I don't think it's as good.
It draws a lot of cards. It's just the standard for the last year hasn't been about that. It's been about generating absurd amounts of mana and pressing that advantage.
Yeah.
And as long as that dynamic exists in the format,
Yeah.
you're just not going to want to do the things that these planeswalkers do.
Yeah.
But once Wilderness Reclamation rotates, and now we have Fire Zone Invention banned, and Nissa rotates as well, the format powers down again, becomes more like what Standard has traditionally been about.
That's where I think we'll see even like Vivian. Like the 5-mana Vivian, I thought is just such a good card, but it's just so overshadowed by Nissa. It's like when I did see somebody play the 5-mana Vivian though, for what it's worth in Standard when I was testing the other night. Just in Jund Sacrifice. It seemed kind of sweet as like another Bolas' Citadel in a way.
It can like tutor for different pieces. That is cool.
Yeah, it was interesting. But yeah, I think that's one that'll gain power.
Yeah, definitely. But a lot of the planeswalkers from this set, those are the big examples.
Yeah. We're still really, figuring out more about M21, but the problem is like, they are kind of trying to tone down power level, I think. So it's hard to evaluate these cards because you just compare them to the powerful cards that we have right now, like nothing that has been printed in this set is as good as Wilderness Reclamation or as good as Teferi. So it's tough, and rightfully so.
To this day, I remember Wilderness Reclamation getting previewed because it happened during an episode of Versus Live.
Was Todd losing his mind?
Yes. I think Dan was directing that day, and he reads the text of the card to us, and Todd just like eyes bugs out. And he's
no, that can't be real.
That's busted. It's like normal Todd voice.
That was a nice Alabama Todd voice there.
Yeah. That's busted.
I miss Todd. Good dude. All right, let's get one more question from you.
All right, so a card that was just previewed a little earlier before I believe after we went live. It's called Miscast for a single blue. It's an instant. Counter target instant or sorcery spell unless its controller pays 3. So do you think how do you think that will fit in with a card like Mystical Dispute in the format?
Weird. I mean,
not a standard card.
You don't think so?
Counter an instant or sorcery unless they pay 3.
Oh, instant or sorcery. Okay, all right. Hey, for a second, I pictured non-creature.
Yeah,
non-creature would be fine, but
I mean, it would just be better spells, right?
Yeah.
It's that.
Yeah.
It's like but that card seems really good in older formats.
Does it?
I mean, unless they pay 3 is a lot.
Yeah, but I mean, Mystical Dispute, I feel like any spell is already blue, so wouldn't Dispute just be the better card?
I mean, in older formats, that isn't necessarily true. Like there are combo decks that you need to hit that aren't blue.
Storm and stuff like that. Yeah.
That card feels to me like it's almost better than Flusterstorm.
That could be. Yeah, I feel like Flusterstorm is pretty overrated anyways.
That is very true.
Yeah.
It's one of the most overrated cards, but it's still a good card.
Yeah.
And I think this is better than Flusterstorm. Though the nice thing about Flusterstorm is they can't really counter back.
Yeah.
And so you don't really get that. But
Stormbind.
It's that's
an interesting one. Cool.
Definitely not a standard card, but it's in that, do I want Spell Pierce? Do I want this? Do I want Flusterstorm? It's in that discussion.
Okay. I like it. All right, let's do some battling here. How's your hand?
My hand is heinous.
Perfect. Let's get the 5s in chant to get this Versus Live started off right, y'all. 5. All right, my hand's good though. I'll keep. You got one more question there, Rob? Or more 5 chants?
Yeah. Haven't gotten any 5 chants yet.
Dang it.
But we did have a question about another card that was previewed a little earlier.
Okay.
Well, Anderson's already on chanting 4, so.
Yes.
Right.
Good man.
For one, it's called Thieves Guild Enforcer for 1 black mana, creature human rogue. It's a 1/1 that has flash. Whenever Thieves Guild Enforcer or another rogue enters the battlefield under your control, each opponent mills 2 cards. As long as an opponent has 8 or more cards in their graveyard, Thieves Guild Enforcer gets +2/+1 and has Death Touch.
Is that +3/+1?
+2/+1.
2+. So
and what's its original stats?
A 1/1.
1/1. For 1 though?
Yes, with flash.
It becomes a 3/2 Death Touch.
And just 1 block, you said, right?
Correct.
Okay.
So, as far as rogues go, we know we have Robin Hood, right? So
Correct.
The card.
Robber the Rich.
Yeah, there we go. That was a rogue because that's what.
That's true.
But I don't know of any others just right off the top of my head.
And it seems like it's pretty tough to combine, a black aggressive card with milling your opponent. Like that is 2 things that notoriously don't really go well together.
Yeah, I'm not.
So,
I'm definitely not.
Yeah, it doesn't seem good.
It's not something that you see just playing in a, Dimir flash deck type thing.
I don't think so. First, we need a Dimir flash deck, I always thought, one card that I'd still crazy to me that we're not seeing at all is Dirge Bat. But that was something we were really high on, but that ended up being kind of a bust, huh?
It's the same thing. Like that's the kind of card that is good in normal standard environments where you're talking about just grinding value and dealing with some planeswalkers.
That card's going to be unbanned when the rotation comes, essentially.
That's not what standard has been about.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
So six mana, kill your, Hero's Downfall, get a 3/3. It's just don't care.
Yeah, it's good in maybe 4-set standard, 5-set standard, but yeah.
They're just doing so over the top stuff.
Yeah, it is going to be nice to have Wilderness Reclamation and Teferi go for the next rotation. That is going to be pretty nice.
Okay, well.
All right, let's do it.
What we're doing. Meow, meow, meow.
Oh my God, you're really mixing it up, huh? All right.
1921.
Oh, that was a great draw. I'm going to take 2. Honk. Here you go. I like that we are now the arena sound effects that we work for here.
You're up.
All right. What do we want to do here? I think I want to use up this food so I can cast a meaningful spell this turn.
Meaningful spell?
Dude,
get out of here with that nonsense.
Are nice. Could just take this slow.
Take it slow.
Nah. All right. Priest and Castle. Here you go.
Okay. Loop these. You're at 16. I'm at 22.
Or 16.
You shocked on turn 1.
Oh, yeah. You're right. 16, 22. You miss a land drop there, buddy?
Nope.
Oh, did you miss a spell drop there, buddy?
Yep.
All right. Let's go with...
1721.
I can play your cat games.
It was
as
a very
well.
good year.
Then I'm gonna go with a land and pass to you.
So I can loop this Cauldron Familiar.
It's probably a good call.
Then Corey could make me sacrifice it, but he would have to get rid of his Goose and his Familiar. I think that's fine. Okay. So yeah, let's loop it.
All right, 16.
22.
Yep. Go ahead. I like the way this versus live is starting off today. This is going to be a good day. When Ross is already hand in face and it's only game number 2, we got a good show. This is going to be a Ross leaves the studio day. I'm calling it.
Setting up for that good Grim Tutor turn is what's happening.
There we go.
You're up.
I'll make a Chris Barone on top. All right, I'm going to...
This was my opening hand. Put a swamp on the bottom.
Nice. I bet you have lands in hand. Don't worry, man. You're probably going to be fine this game. All right, sack for black. I will...
Ah, the Bolus of Citadel.
I will sack.
I'll sack this in response.
Okay, so I have 3 black in pool. Take 2.
I'm at 20.
All right, 3 black, and let's go with Bolus's Citadel.
Yep.
Okay, then I'll take 2 down to 14.
Yep.
And then...
Sack this to draw 2 cards.
No. Kitty, meow.
1915.
Your go.
End step, return this. I guess there's no reason to do that.
Okay. Save it.
I'm not attacking with it.
Yeah.
But I will go to 15 myself and draw a card.
All right.
Spell?
You.
Nope. Spell? Yep.
All right. I'm toast, huh? Okay.
You go to 14. I go to 16.
Yep.
You go to 11. I go to 19.
Ooh. All right.
So you got 19, 11.
Controlling my citadels. I see.
Yeah, definitely just want to deal the damage. Limit the damage this Citadel can do.
Ooh.
Gonna have to draw some gooders. Maybe a Nightmare Shepherd.
A Shepherd?
Yes.
All right, let's go with...
No.
Village Rites.
Disagree.
So with this on the stack, I'm going to take a peek. All right.
Disagree.
Sorry, you can't. I go down to 10. Draw 2.
I don't like this ride. I want to go off.
Land.
Another land. And 5 lands in hand. So just activate castle and pass a turn.
Pretty close. Cat.
18 to 11.
11 to 18. Priest. Oven. And
I should respond to that priest by sacking here. So that way you can't activate that one in response.
okay, yep,
So-
good call.
All your other stuff's fine.
All right, well, I can activate priest, and make you get rid of your oven combo, I guess. I think that's still decent. All right, I'll sack these two.
Okay. In response, I'll bring back the Cauldron Familiar. So we're both going to lose one, essentially.
Yeah, I'll go to 10. You're going to go to 16, but you gain one.
Yeah, so I'm at 17.
Yep.
And then we'll sack this to that. You draw a card.
Draw
you
a
black and
card.
pool.
Yep.
Another land.
I
What did I just say?
Even, you take one.
Yeah, I'm at 16.
Okay, well, a land on top means I have to stop and pass to you.
But now you having a cat was a great hit there.
Yeah, not bad.
Interesting. And Don Vito Corleone.
Ooh, I'm scared.
No reason for me to attack when you have cat oven.
Yep.
So I'll pass the turn.
Drain.
15 to 11.
Untap. All right, well, our hand is not good, believe it or not. Okay, 10. Okay, that's a good one. 8. Get a food. Land.
It's a good land.
Not bad. 7.
In response to that,
Okay.
I will sacrifice Gray Merchant for a food and then sack the food to bring this back.
With the gray merchants on the stack.
You have instance?
Maybe. You're responding to this,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, you can. No, yeah, you can't generate.
I can't do anything. That's what I was seeing, but yeah. Okay.
So you're going to lose 2 overall because of the veto. And
Okay.
I'm going to gain 1. So you got 6 to 16.
Now I'm down to 5, right?
Oh yeah, I
Because of the goose.
yeah, because of the goose. Okay,
Yeah, down to 7 and now down to
Yeah.
5. So now I get a food.
so 5 to 16.
Yep. All right. Let's take a peek.
You get 2 food from the Gray Merchant, right?
It's a
Toughness. Yep.
It is tough. Oh, sweet. Even better.
That's actually important.
Yeah. Means now when Corey activates the priest, I can sack this and then get it back, and that's 2 more damage.
Okay. I'm gonna start with this. Paying 1. Drain.
Oh, paying 1 for the
Yup.
trail. Sure.
Get
So 15
priest.
for me, 6 for you.
Yep. All right. I'll take 1.
You're at 5.
I'll go to 4. And he's out of here. And that's the game. All right. Okay, so let's start with I'll drain you for 2. And I'll gain 1.
5 to 13.
5 to 13. I'll pay 1. Activate trail.
You don't need to activate trail. I'm just dead. Each
I'm
oven gives Corey 2 damage, and then you can activate the Citadel.
Oh, I know. I'm looking for more. All right, you concede?
You can also just sack food for life and start bolting me.
Oh yeah, that would be just 3 damage, huh? Yeah. So at a point when you're like, okay, you have 3 lands in hand. I did have all lands and a land on top, so I'm like, this isn't great, but Polis' Citadel doesn't really care. Eventually, you get there. Once I hit Trail of Crumbs, it was game over. You know. That's kind of how it goes.
So much manipulation.
Yeah, exactly. That's all you need is manipulation. You don't need to draw that many cards because you can flood. It's similar to like cycling, where you can flood out. But when you get to not only look at the top, but then manipulate it with Fabled Passages and the Trail of Crumb triggers, then it's too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got time for a pity game.
Yep.
We are going to do some sideboarding before that game, so we're going to take a quick break. We'll come back, do some sideboarding, and then finish up this match between Mono Black Devotion and John Food. Don't go anywhere. And welcome back to Versus Live, where we are sideboarding in our matchup between John Food and Mono Black Devotion. On my side, I'm trying to become more interactive because the synergies core is developing proved more powerful than mine in the first couple of games.
Yep.
That means some more removal and eliminate, help deal with those Mayhem Devils in particular. It means a couple Timorets to deal with graveyard shenanigans.
Okay.
And it means bringing in Bolus Citadel, a second copy, because the games are going to go long. I need a little bit more power.
Okay.
We saw that card basically dominate both those first two games, so hopefully it can do so, but, on the other side.
On the other side, yeah.
Because I'm becoming more interactive, I'm cutting the Nyx Lotus. This is kind of your non-interactive over-the-top card when your synergies are the most powerful thing in the matchup.
Can't believe that's in your deck anyways, but sure.
It's one of. Spin tutor for it.
Yeah, not bad, not bad.
And then Yarok's Fenlurker, just not a particularly powerful card here.
I usually have a lot of extra stuff to get rid of.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then I'm trimming one Murderous Rider. I know we wanted to bring in some removal, but this is really inefficient in a matchup where your opponent doesn't have Planeswalkers. I'd much rather have efficient removal so I can be a little bit aggressive. So trimming one here I think is fine.
Okay. And that makes sense. I honestly am only bringing in one of my two core vaults because of Murderous Rider. So, that is the dynamic of sideboarding that I love so much, that there's so many cases where I think you're going to take this out, so I don't want to bring something in, but then you take it out because you don't think I'm going to bring it in. Obviously when we're face up, it's a little different. But I'm just bringing in one core vault here because that Bolus Citadel effect is so powerful that I just kind of want a third one. Cutting one of the village rights, I don't know exactly about that, but I do think we want to be trying to control your battlefield a little bit more than trying to, sacrifice mine. Now with claim, and it's a little awkward to lose some outlets, but I think it's still fine.
Yeah, you've got plenty.
Got plenty.
You have plenty, Corey.
Yeah, the rights.
It's going to be okay.
The rights so far look decent. It wasn't anything crazy for me, but it was decent. You know?
The card has a pretty high floor. You're always going to have something to throw away to it. It only costs one.
Yeah.
And that's part of the appeal of it, is it does have a high floor. It's never going to be terrible.
But if you draw that's not even necessarily true, because if you draw two of those and two priests in your opening hand, it's this is not a good start, But I think there's situations that could be good. It probably should be a 2 or a 3 of, realistically, if we were going to be getting ready for a competitive tournament.
Now it's a 3 of us, so you're good.
Perfect. I planned. All right.
Did you plan?
Oh, I planned. How's your hand?
Terrible.
Sweet. I'm liking this round 1, chat.
Keep.
Okay, me too.
Swamp.
No kitty cat?
Nope.
Oh, that's too bad.
I got tired of writing down life total changes.
Yeah, you sided them out. I'll take 2 and play nothing.
Here at 18.
Here go.
Immediately changes his life total up. As soon as I say I'm tired of it. Swamp, go.
All right, let's play a priest and pass to you.
Oh, drew the land I needed.
Okay.
Are you likely to have 2 threats the next turn? I guess if you have a Woe Strider, you could throw that away to the priest.
That I could.
Yeah. Drain you for 1.
Okay.
We're both at 19.
Or I'm at 17.
Sorry. That's the other side.
17 to 21.
I drained myself for 1. So
second, another creature. Okay.
Yeah, 17, 21. 37, 42. You got this, Rob?
Getting these numbers?
3.1415926535897
I know that's pi, and I would really like some pi right now.
2.71828459045.
Here you go.
that one's E. There's a handy little mnemonic to remember all of those digits of E, and it's square stamp of Andrew Jackson.
I only know E is because of a calculator. It's just a button I always pressed, and it did random things.
It's the base of the natural logarithm.
See, the only thing I really know from the button I click all the time is attack all on Arena. I don't know what you guys are
Actually,
doing,
real talk, you want to know what was great? Was owning a graphing calculator in high school and being able to play games during class on it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I had Mario on mine.
or whatever, yeah.
No, I just had Mario.
Oh, that's right. Those did have that. Yeah, that was the cheat before the teachers caught on.
Oh yeah, I had a friend who actually programmed his own text games.
Wow,
so that was a lot of fun.
That's awesome. Rob, how many basics do I have in this deck?
2.
Bad Fabled Passage deck.
I mean, that's all I can say based on the
Yeah,
evidence at hand. I can also say that my hand is terrible.
That's good.
3 forest, 1 mountain, 3 swamp.
I did the classic, draw
That was
0
Fredo.
Bolas to Citadels the first 2 games, drop both of them this game.
Yes. Keep that up.
You can go.
All right, so I assume we got a Murderous Rider here. My hand is not great either. All right, let's go with Mayhem Devil. Okay, that's what I was afraid of. I'm gonna sack this, deal 1 to you.
I'm at 20.
Okay. Then let's just go like this and I'll pass.
Also, Anderson getting some daggers in. He just called you 40, Corey.
Just called me 40?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all right. I'm an old man.
I will go to 17.
All right. You lose 3 and choose any card, right? Wow.
You're up.
Is that what these tutors are supposed to be used for? Oh, my hand is heinous, so this is not great. Oh, I have a food as well. 1, 2. Play this passage. Now I can like sack the passage, sack a food,
Sack the priest,
and
kill
then
my
sack a
Iara.
freeze. Yeah, but that's not great.
Oh, Ross, also your Murder Starter's in your graveyard, right? Because the spell fizzled?
Yep. Yeah, spell fizzled.
Oh yeah, it goes in the graveyard. I knew it wasn't. I didn't get this out because I knew I couldn't cast it. But
Yeah.
for some reason I thought it was exiled.
Yep. No, it was not.
Yeah, it goes to the graveyard.
All right.
Right.
I'm going to claim this.
Tilt.
I'm going to attack for 6.
I'm at 11.
All right.
I went to 17 from the Grim.
17, yep. At 11, I will sack Iara, deal 1 to you,
I'm at 10.
get another food, and pass to you.
Drain you for 1.
Okay.
16 to 11.
Yep.
You can go.
16 to 11. All right. End step, I'll sack this,
Do me 1.
deal this
That
one, and then sack the 2 foods and kill it.
So you're at 22.
Yeah. Yeah, gain 6 to 22. Love a Bolas' Citadel or Corvald off the top. That would be ideal. Untap. That ain't bad. I'll attack for 4.
I'm at 7.
Yeah.
I'm at 6. You're at 23.
Okay, so sack. That's 1. Sack is 2. Cat is 3. Okay, no, not quite yet. And pass to you.
Shimmer it.
In response, sack cat. Get a food.
And I take 1 from the devil, go to 5.
Yep. And then sack this, take 2, so you go to 3.
To 24.
Yep. And then Timuret resolves.
And I can't do anything about this because all I have is another cat.
Yeah, because you can only gain 1, right? Or you can gain 2 by removing
I
2
can
of your
gain
creatures.
2 or play Call to Familiar either way.
Either way, you're still dead.
Yeah.
Yep.
The 4 swamp, double Gray Merchant, double Citadel draw. Did not,
Yeah, didn't work out for you too well. I think you said it right. It's just this deck's synergies are just better. You know, I think when you play a deck like that, the lack of synergies has to be outweighed by severe power.
Yeah.
You know, and I think some games that can happen, but you know that's been the problem with Gray Merchant is like if that deck floods, it's bad. If it draws turn 5, turn 6 Gray Merchant, it's insane most of the time if you curve out perfectly. But yeah.
No, but I was stuck on lands at a lot of games. Like I was stuck on 4 basically every game.
Yeah.
Playing 24 lands. Maybe it should be a 25th.
Probably, but,
I mean, not a huge difference.
Yeah,
but
it's tiny.
The way it works out, where like when something goes wrong, you don't hit your 5th land drop on time, and the deck kind of folds because the synergies just aren't powerful enough. We didn't really get to see Veto do a whole lot. It looked okay.
The start of it looked like it was going to be good, but you were just a little too far behind already. But if you played that into, still sacking your cats into Gray Merchant or something like that, I think it would have been a lot better. But yeah, you just didn't get off the ground, and I had some really good draws. Turn 4 Bolus the Citadel one game, turn 5 the other, and then I just had just enough to push over the finish line there when you didn't do that much. So yeah.
My Grim Tutor did not look particularly good.
No, I am still on the boat that card is unplayably bad in Standard, but
didn't look great.
Didn't look great.
3 mana, 3 life for a land.
I think it could have just been a land, and it would have been much, much better. So that's when you know a card's power level is not great. As for me, the Village Rites, it looked okay, but once again, nothing to write home about, nothing that's going to reestablish this deck. And one other cards that we had in our board as far as like new stuff, I had some Grasp of Darkness, some Massacre Worms, and then I had some of these cranial extraction types of effects, for certain matchups. But these are just kind of niche sideboard slots, but nothing to really reinvent this deck. Jund Sacrifice is just still going to be a good deck because of the cards that were already around. So,
not much more to say beyond that. The cards from Core 21 continue to be kind of unimpressive.
But we say that with a disappointed tone because of what our job is specifically to play new cards. But as the Magic player that wants a healthy, metagame and stuff, I'm excited about that. As the I want to build new fun Standard decks for versus live player, I'm excited that the power level is going down because I'm like, oh, okay, Standard is not just going to be broken every 3 months. We're going to have to ban a bunch of things. I don't think I've seen a bannable card yet from M21.
Can we skip to the Zendikar preview season?
I don't think
when we
can
get to play without thinking about Wilderness Reclamation or Teferi.
God, that is going to be nice. Our next preview season is going to be awesome.
Wait till they reprint Wilderness Reclamation and Zendikar to go along with the story theme.
Yes.
Yo, I love that card almost as much as Todd.
Get out.
We want Dan back.
Hey, don't get me wrong. I'm going to be playing Wilderness Reclamation in this Players Tour this weekend. I am still a fan of it as well. So I'm with you, Rob. Wilderness Reclamation is awesome. Hey, Rob, let's take one more question from you, and then we're going to head to our second round. 1 or 2 if you got 2 good ones.
Yeah, I got 2 of them here.
All right.
So the first one, they just wanted to know why did you have Massacre Room in your sideboard, and could you see that actually making an impact in Standard?
I have it in my sideboard. I didn't even know necessarily what we were going to do for matches. We both like to build our decks first and then put matches, to not have biases for matchups, stuff like that. And I figured it would just maybe be a good creature up against some aggressive decks that are trying to go wide. It doesn't seem great against Sacrifice decks, which is kind of the small creature deck in the format right now. So as it stands right now, it doesn't seem like Massacre Worm is going to serve a purpose in Standard to me yet. But I wanted to try it, it's and
very
see
good
maybe,
at what it does.
Yeah, it's just I don't know if what it targets is narrow. What it targets is a very narrow subset of creature decks. Like, it can't even be 3/3s and stuff like that. So I think just what it targets is not what we're seeing in Standard right now. But if it ever is, just keep that card in the back of your head that you're like, this is something I can unleash if we do start to see a really somewhat aggressive beatdown deck that is just a bunch of small creatures, like Mono White or something like that. Mono White is like the target thing with Massacre Worm. You just destroy that.
Speaking of Mono White, that's what I'm going to be playing in the next match.
Excellent. Well, before we get to that, let's answer one more question, and then we will do some battling.
Sure. Hal126, I wanted to know, what are your all's thoughts on frantic inventory in Blue X decks, both in Standard and just in older formats, given that it's a functional, accumulated knowledge reprint?
One of the decks that I wanted to try, I didn't see that until after we submitted as well, but I want to try a Dimir control deck with 4 of those.
Yeah.
I'm interested in that card. I've always loved that kind of effect.
It's a card you're going to see later today. Not in the next match, but the one after it.
Okay.
In my 3rd deck. In a general sense, I don't think the card is particularly good. Accumulated Knowledge has this pedigree. And so everyone, if you've been playing Magic for a long time, you've probably heard about it. It used to be very good. Part of that was the synergy with Intuition, right? you know, you intuition for 3 accumulated knowledges. They put 1 in your hand. It's an ancestral, but it was like it's like a 5 mana build your own ancestral, which is kind of awkward.
Yeah, I mean, back in the day, that was powerful.
Yeah.
But in current Magic, it's not anymore.
It also meant that, like, you know, when you drew the first AK, you would just hold on to it, and then you'd intuition play, and then you'd have 2 in your hand that were draw 7. So there was some, you know, built-in synergy there. And then, yeah, doing that kind of stuff, you just don't have time to do that in this standard. So I look at that card not as a, you know, generically powerful card that you just put into your deck, but you need to have some synergies going on with it. And that's what my third deck is going to be.
Yep. And those third decks are going to be fun, that's for sure. All right, everyone, keep those questions coming in. We really appreciate you asking them. But we are going to head to our second round here because Ross definitely just wants to escape round number 1 here. This is not a happy home for you.
Didn't go well.
Didn't go well indeed. So we're going to take a short 5-minute break, and we'll be right back with round number 2 on Versus Live.